Hello everyone, and welcome to our What Matters to Her Facebook video series, where we discuss topics related to women's health and pregnancy. And throughout this series, we have talked a lot about perimenopause and menopause, a natural phase that most women will have to experience at a certain point in their life. We have talked about what it is, what are some of the common symptoms, and what are some of the unusual symptoms, and when to seek medical help. And we have also talked about some of the treatments available to manage some of these symptoms to ensure that your day-to-day life is not impacted. So today we are going to talk further about this topic, and we are very fortunate to have our very own incredible obstetrician and gynecologist, Professor Probhodana Ranaweera, with us. So let's see what question we have for him today. Professor, could you please explain to us what happens to a woman's sex drive during menopause or perimenopause?
Right. So the ovaries secrete testosterone, right? And it has been shown that it secretes even up to the age of 65. And after, actually the ovaries stop working in terms of reproduction, it has depleted all its eggs, but there's no eggs anymore. And so they have achieved what we call menopause, but still the testosterone will be secreted by the ovaries well to your old age. So the sex drive is from testosterone, right? So depending on the amount, depending on the amount that the woman have at that particular point, that will be either will be remain the same or increase, or even, most of the time it starts to decrease because the testosterone level also slowly starts to go down. And also the estrogen, which kind of keep the vagina moist and open, and all that other changes which are associated with menopause, and the psychological, the change in your body image and having kids. And especially in Sri Lanka, there are certain kind of taboos that, when you have kids, you don't, after a certain age you should not get married, or you should not have kids, and you should not have sex, and all that thing. It's a kind of a close door kind of thing which we don't talk about it. So with all that, so the perimenopausal age and even the postmenopausal age, it's a subject which people don't talk about it. But I always believe that I meet a lot of women who are into their 70s or even 80s who are sexually active, which is a very good thing, right? Because it's something kind of bond people together, right? And also the problem is by that age now, most of the Sri Lankans, or I think it's common to all over the world, where they have other diseases, right? So like bone diseases, diabetes, high blood pressures, and all that. So, and they are taking a lot of medicine, and some have an effect on their libido or the sexual drive. So it's a combination of all those, right, which kind of ultimately determines the one's sexual drive. Okay, so and the attitude towards sex also matters, because as I told you, because of the certain myths, and sometimes in certain religious frameworks and all that, have all these restrictions. So if they can overcome it, at the end of the day, it's individual factors as well as environmental factors and the partner's factors, and all together creates this what we call the sexual drive, right? So yes, it goes down a bit, but if you're active, and there are other ways that we can, we think of giving testosterone nowadays, though it's not freely available in Sri Lanka, but in other countries there are testosterone patches where we put it to women when they complain of reduced sex drive. So these are the options available.